how do you not let this kind of stuff hit your head? The big game, talk about the Manning list. I saw you got a sticker on an ESPN broadcast. How do you kind of keep this week to week and just keep leading these guys out of the field?
Yeah, that's obviously cool stuff, and it's nice to get that sort of recognition when you put in all the hard work. But really, just focusing on what your job is, and you kind of get 24 hours to celebrate after a win like that, and then move on to the next opponent and just take everything week by week.
Jacob, the throwback from Reggie, how many times you really get to practice a play like that? You get a little more excited or maybe a little nervous when that one comes through the headset?
Yeah, we actually ran that in fall camp at one point in a scrimmage and executed it really well. It wasn't in the red zone area, so I think we got like 30 yards on it. But it's a really good call down there when you get closer to the end zone because you have a chance to score. And felt good about the play. Reggie did a really good job throwing that every time we've repped it. So I knew he was going to execute, and then just got to run a little bit after catch. And was excited when the call came in. Wish I would have got in the end zone, but it was fun.
Jacob, I know we talked about the Manning list a little bit. You have also earlier got put on the watch list for the Earl Campbell Tyler Rose Award. How much does that mean to you getting put on that type of watch list?
Yeah, that stuff's cool. Like I said, you put in a lot of hard work, and it's cool when you get some sort of recognition for that. But for me, it's really just continue to take everything week by week, one game at a time, and then kind of focus on those stats and accolades at the end of the season.
What does it mean to you? To be able to be home now. The Springfield fans have seen you on TV a couple of times, but this new look FBS team being at home.
Yeah, we're really excited. I think the whole city of Springfield's excited for the FBS move, being in Conference USA, and then also being able to get our first win as an FBS team going into this game. I think makes it even that much more special. And as players, it means a lot when we have everyone packing the stadium. So I would just say to everybody in Springfield, that needs to be a sellout game. Come out, pack blaster.
We're voting for you, man. Hometown kid, just having the 2 weeks that you've had, especially on Saturday, the big plays you had. Can you kind of take a moment, just kind of reflect on how crazy it's been so far and how far it is to go to?
Yeah, man, it's been a crazy 2 weeks, but it's been a lot of preparation before that. Worked really hard, and we've been repping all these plays during fall camp and stuff. So, I was kind of ready for the situation. I'm blessed, obviously, but I'm ready for more weeks and more plays to come.
Kind of go back to last year. We see the success Jacardi is having at the next level right now. I've seen you retweet a couple things from him. How much did you learn from him last year, just what it takes to be ready for this level, the next level, and just the day-to-day preparation?
Yeah, man, a lot. Jacardi was a great mentor to me, coming in being a young guy, not really knowing much. He kind of helped me. He set the standard for us running backs. Him and some other older guys in there really helped me, and I can say I can contribute a lot to them to this journey, man.
Mo, you talk about the craziness of the last 2 weeks, but what about the last 6 months? You walk on your first 2 seasons here and then get on full scholarship. What does that mean?
Yeah, honestly, it has been a crazy 6 months, but like I said, man, I'm so blessed. Coming in as a walk-on, then scholarship, and then now getting to play. It's been a lot, but I'm just blessed, and I'm excited for this opportunity.
Paige, for about 3 quarters there, the defense was pretty much lights out. They had a pretty big offensive line. I thought you guys did pretty well against them. What were you kind of seeing out there?
I was saying that we had to do everything we needed to do. We liked the matchup that we had seen throughout the week. When you just play fast, Coach Bird said in the meetings the day before the game that if you play long enough and hard enough, that good things will happen. And when you do that, great things will happen, and that's what happened. So it's good.
Anything else for the players?
Jacob, you played high school football down in DFW, SM. Just for you personally, playing against them, what's it mean to you, and were they one of the schools that offered you out of high school?
Yeah, I did not get an offer from SMU. I think Rhett Lashley was the offensive coordinator at the time, and I think he has a pretty good relationship with some of my coaches that are down there, and pretty sure I talked to him several times. But it's obviously cool playing against a team like that. To play against SMU, obviously, back in the day they were one of the top teams, and now they're, kind of gotten back to that level of play, being in the playoff last year and everything. So just another really good opportunity to go out and compete against a really good football team.
Ramon wanted to give you a chance to talk. Jacob talked about it. I wanted to ask you specifically about it, being the local guy, being the Nixa guy, now being a big part of the offense. If you step out on the turf here and there's 18,000 people inside Plaster and it's packed, what does that mean to you?
And that means everything. That's one of the main reasons why I stayed and came to Missouri State, is so, for moments like this. And so I'm excited. I hope all my Nixa people get out to the game, and all the Springfield people as well. So
Mitch, pretty big test up from Saturday against, SMU, pretty explosive offense. James, what do you kind of see on some of the early film? What do you expect?
I actually haven't even got a chance to watch the film yet. That's a part of the process, usually on late Monday or Tuesdays and Wednesdays. But we know it's going to be a tough task, but to me, it's just football. So I'll be ready.
Jacob, just the resiliency of this team. You saw it all day on Saturday. Never gave up. You guys got to go with the ebbs and flows of the game. Can you just talk about how confident that sideline was the entire time, no matter what point of the game it was at?
Yeah, I think offensively we felt confident. We're moving the ball down the field, just shooting ourselves in the foot with penalties or negative plays, and we weren't scoring when we were moving the ball. So as an offense, we felt like if we just did our jobs and didn't shoot ourselves in the foot, we would be able to put points up on the board in the second half. And then, like Mitch said, if Coach Beard was saying it all week, if you play hard enough for long enough, good things happen. And that was kind of the mantra: just keep going, keep fighting, and then see what happens from there.
Jacob, since this is your final season in college football and the first in Conference USA, how would you compare this season to others in previous years, and how would you describe that feeling that comes with that?
Yeah, I think there's just more of a buzz, around the program, around the whole school in general, within the city. You see the Bear logo everywhere. You see the new Mo State logo everywhere, and people are just excited. And, as players, we feel that. Like I said, the jump to FBS and being in Conference USA is something that we're going to remember, that, we were the guys that helped lay the foundation for this university for years to come, and it's just a special thing to be a part of.